be the case.
Most cases?
Sorry, not most. I shouldn't give it. In some few cases, it may not be the case. There is the tendency that some workers employed by the EC or people at the top may be a little bit aligned to a specific political party or could be compromised by agents of political parties to act in ways that defeat the integrity of the electoral process. So you remember on Monday, there was a report, I was actually in studio here, where a specific polling agent was tearing the poll and leaving a particular candidate and then the serial number out.
Yes.
It could be maybe oversight, but it could also be deliberate. There was also another cases where people were allowed to vote when their names were not in the ballot roll, or they would tear the poll with that stamping at the back. Some of these could be oversight, but some of these could also be sincerely orchestrated acts. So there's the tendency that people that are, and in the cases that I've mentioned, when it was brought to the attention of the Electoral Commission, they suspended them, they sacked them actually and handed them over to the police to commence investigation. So it is possible that people may play the devil's advocate. People may want to undermine the integrity of the electorate. People may want to do things that will favor their political parties or reward them personally in terms of money. So that is why at every stage of the transmission of the results, they have to be certification from political party agents. It is very crucial because even maybe assuming I am the coordinator of the regional coalition center, and then maybe all the police stations level, everything is done well, constituency level, everything is done well, and they brought it to me. If in the absence of people, I'm going to fax it or send it whatever way to the, I don't know by why, whatever means, to the National Coalition Center. Email. So there's the tendency that people can tamper with figures. So I'm not saying that may be the case, but there's a possibility that can happen. So that is why it is still required that at the National Coalition Center, political party agents are able to confirm with their agents at all the levels before the national coalition level to make sure that what we have not been tempered by mischievous people or people who just want to use the process to benefit. So that element of transparency is still important. But I still want to believe that the name of this game is evidence, like Afarijan used to say. And political parties should understand that it's just like a profession, it's a career. Once you are in the position, you are out of business. And the way individuals invest in their private business, political parties should invest the same way, especially in the conduct of elections, in the compilation of election results. They are very critical, especially in an era where technology is the order of the day. Radio stations, television stations have invested so much resources into serving the people, giving them accurate information, be able to do analysis from elections that we have done in the past, just because they want to stay in business and to beat the other competitors. I don't see why political parties that are the direct beneficiaries of the electoral process cannot invest in the same way. And you know that when you invest in this thing, you should not just assume that you are they will allow you to do it the way you want to do it. There will definitely be attacks. There will definitely be attempts to sabotage your process, to hack into your process. So you need to build a very strong firewall, and they'll also be very aggressive. So at the end of the day, before everything happens, you are able to have at least a reasonable, fair idea of what's going to happen. Then you now wait for the Electoral Commission to declare. If they declare and doesn't tally with what you have, then you contest it. But if you still have to wait at this minute for the Electoral Commission to give you results as a serious political party, then it defeats the purpose for being a political party.
Now, let's be fair. I mean, the official communication from these political parties so far has not been that they don't know the results. It's just that they keep claiming different results from each other and from the EC and from other sources. So they are not saying they don't know. They just seem to know different things. Now, I want us to stick with what you just said, Seydou, because you're seeking to explain why we may still be in a situation where even though we have 14 results coming to the national level, only 7 of them would have been certified by the political parties. And And you talk about this fact that there is a human factor in the process. And so that human factor means that we have to double check things because there's a possibility of corruption or abuse of process. I am still interested in why this would be a delay, why that process would take time. Because, yes, you're right. I mean, when it comes in, you can't just take it on face value. The parties should have some reference to which they will take what has come to the national level and look at it and say, okay, yes, we have the same. Or no, we don't have the same. But even when they do that, why must it take a long time? You know? I wonder if I'm making the question a bit clearer now. Why is it taking this long to do that process?
Well, that one is difficult to understand, particularly because we don't know why the hold-up. Is it that they are disputing the figures, or is it that... So if they have disputed the figures, what is the consequence of that? Does it mean they have to recollate? So it's difficult to tell why. Ordinarily, like you said, it should not be too much of a problem, because if everybody have their figures and all of that, we just cross-check whether this is genuine or not and cross-check across the political parties. But then, because we don't know what's happening, we don't know whether there's a trigger effect then if the figures are disputed, for example, and then we have to go back to the source to ensure that the figures are correct. So a bit more information on that from the EC would have been helpful, but unfortunately we don't have it, and it's difficult to determine. But ordinarily, it's a bit baffling to figure out why the delay once they're in certifying the results, for example.
I think in a moment perhaps we can have a discussion about ways to make the process even better, because if really the problem is always, and that's the case with every system really, the problem is the soft human factor in the center of it. So maybe we can have a discussion in a moment about how our electoral process could be better, perhaps removing some of the human factor if possible, or maybe adding more if that's the solution.
Is it not also possible, I may be wrong, that sometimes political parties may not be able to collate the results in time, and because of that, they are not able to certify or to be very certain about what is being sent to the national level.
Then why waste everybody's time?
It may be possible, but
then
in that case, it's
why
the fault.
waste everyone's time?
But it could also be that they know maybe this is the right figures, but they know they are losing, so maybe they just have to make it very difficult for the process to move on. It may be wrong, but anything is possible in this electoral business. Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, I still agree with you that if these are possible causes, is there a way we can circumvent them or go past them, so that element of delay and anxiety caused by these human factors and sometimes deliberate play of mischief can be done away with, so that the Ghanaian voter is given accurate information in a timely manner, so that we all put this behind us and then move forward as a state.
Yeah. But that's where the transparency comes in. If, of course, nobody likes to lose, or very few people are able to deal. So, I mean, it's okay if I don't have a problem with somebody not happy that they are losing. It's just that once there is transparency, all you can do is not be happy. But you cannot hold up the process because you are not happy. Yeah. So that's why transparency is very important. Where it is transparent, yes, it's okay not to be happy, but you can't hold the process back because you are not happy.
Indeed, yeah. And it's sad, but it's a reality of the world. We're in the United States right now.
You saw what Donald Trump was doing.
Yes, those who are not happy are holding up the process.
Yeah, so it's possible.
Very much so. Okay, if you're listening to us on Joy 99.7 FM, then we're so glad you're our discerning listener. Use the hashtag JoySMS when you're tweeting at us or you communicating to us on any of our social media platforms. We are on Facebook Live as well. while this is your election headquarters on the Joy News channel. Of course, you can catch us on DSTV, GoTV, and free to air. Stay with us. We've got lots of information coming your way. Usually on a weekday morning, by now we would have brought you the 6 a.m. news. But what news is bigger than the election 2020, right? As 6 a.m. news would have been brought to you on Joy FM by Total Petroleum. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. And Bedrock Insurance. Experience the Bedrock 3 before 3, where claims of up to 3,000 Ghana cedis reported before 3 p.m. are paid the same day. Call them on 050-167-3296. Bedrock Insurance, protecting the things you truly value. Now, the Joy Business Report would have followed the news, and it would have been brought to you by Cal Bank, Forward Together, and Airtel Tigo. Life is simple. We love our friends at Cal Bank. They're telling us to forget to cash and use the Cal Bank app because it's now even more exciting to do so. It'll let you instantly send money to friends and loved ones. You can shop and pay for goods, have them delivered. You can pay bills. You can purchase airtime or data. You can change your card limit. And, of course, you can block and unblock your debit cards. Okay, you can split bills amongst your friends when you go out, and you can scan QR codes to redeem tokens or generate tokens, and so much more using the Cal Bank app. You don't even need to be a Cal Bank account holder to use this amazing app. Just link your Visa or MasterCard or MTN mobile money wallet to it, and you're good to go. So forget your cash. Download the Cal Bank app today from the Play Store and the App Store, and stay on top of your money anytime and anywhere with their quick, easy, and secure Cal Bank app. Call 0800 500 500 or find them on social media. They're also on WhatsApp, or just send an email to customercare@calbank.net. Cal Bank, forward together. Now, I know you've heard that Airtel Tigo is giving you the chance to make free Airtel Tigo calls every day from 5 a.m. till 10 a.m. for 6 months. Yeah, you've heard. So what are you waiting for? Simply get a new Airtel Tigo SIM, make a transaction with Airtel Tigo Money, and get free Airtel Tigo calls every morning for 6 months. And if you're already on the Airtel Tigo Money, then just dial *110#. Select option 2 and subscribe for the morning offer with as little as 2 Ghana cedis, and share all of your Kokonsa every morning for free. So don't waste time at all. Buy an Airtel Tigo SIM today and get talking. Airtel Tigo Money. Life is simple. We would normally have played an inspirational song or two by now. I'm sure the Ohima Mercy and Joe Metal fans are missing that. But I'm sure Ohima Mercy and Joe Metal are both tuned in and listening to our analysis of the election on election headquarters. An inspirational song brought to you normally by Duraplast. Where Duraplast goes, water flows. And EDC. With EDC, financial independence is possible. Now, let me tell you about First National Bank and their Gold Business Account. It'll give you a range of payment solutions. It's an award-winning platform, of course, and it allows you to bank on the go and even pay forex abroad. Okay, they've got an enhanced business toolkit with it. It'll help you navigate and respond to current environment, and of course, provide merchant service solutions and some great credit packages, as well as access to expert bankers who will advise you and support you as you need it. It takes a bank that does more to help start, run, and grow your business. So pay a visit to firstnationalbank.com.gh. Find out how one of their consultants can call you back. Or you could just go into any of their branches. They are all over the place. Accra Mall, Junction Mall, Makola Mall, West Hills Mall, Achimota Mall. They're in Tema as well, Community 11 Jan Towers, Lodestar Heights, Tema Community 1. They're at Market Circle in Takrady and SNIT Complex in Edum, Kumasi. Their head office is at the Accra Financial Center building here. So it's more than just business to you. That's why they help. First National Bank Ghana is a subsidiary of the First Rand Group of South Africa. First National Bank, how can we help you? We are live on Joy 99.7 FM and the Joy News channel. We're taking you all across the country for updates as election headquarters unfolds. Today is the day. Today is the day. The EC says we're going to know for sure today who has won presidential and parliamentary elections in Ghana. But you know, while we're talking, news is happening. Let's go to the Joy News studio because we're able to go now for a live update. We will return for our analysis here in Studio 997. To the Joy News studio because we're able to go now for a live update. We will return for our analysis here in Studio 997.
Well, thanks, Kojo. I'm going to be taking you through the newspapers. The papers are out. It isn't a holiday today, just like it wasn't yesterday. It's just the elections and the tensions and the expectations that's kind of slowed down things a little bit. But the newspapers are out. On the front page of the Daily Graphic this morning, you'd find respect to election outcome. 5 political parties appeal to Ghanaians, and it says 5 presidential candidates who took part in last Monday's elections have called on Ghanaians to maintain calm and respect the outcome of the polls. So